I also see that Kampfkraft Center. It's good to see people use it.
First time I ever see that one on a Hetzer. On an unironic Hetzer.
SU-76 steht bereit. Panzerabwehrkanone bereit zum Kampf.
Oh, that's not a good sign to get
Gegen den Feind
out.
eingesetzt werden. Der Feind nimmt sich nicht was wir gesichert
Come back here, little man.
Doppelhetzer, wow.
Wir sind bereit für den Abmarsch. Panzergruppenkommando verloren. Mobiles Hauptquartierfahrzeug entsenden. Aussteigen! Mittlerer Panzer verloren.
No, Chitska. Why did you shoot my little bitch?
Yes. No, 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 you're not flaming them. No, you're not killing them either.
Alright, Emmy is doing the testing and now it seems to be working, which is nice. Funny thing is, Pro 2 is still so loud that I can't hear myself think.
Oh, I can do that for fuck's sake.
SU-76 einsatzbereit. Stoßtruppen eingetroffen. Infanterie auf Panzerabwehrwaffen aufpassen. Einsatzzeit weniger. Ziel eliminiert.
No.
Einheit bereit. Befehle abgeschlossen. Wir sind bereit. Erwarten Befehl. Schwerer MG-Trupp bereit für den Kampf.
Yes, Blitzkrieg. Please do Blitzkrieg, Hetzers. No!
Bereit.
So, as wise Mthis would say, help me, I'm base locked.
What do you mean? You still got this?
Einheit bereit.
Yes. I know, right? I'll use the excuse that it was Soviets.
It's just the pressure of the game being streamed.
No! Stop! No, not the... Oh. Stop it!
The power of Soviets, everyone.
Volksgrenadiere
No.
bereit zum Einsatz.
Not much Stone Pioneer! Live!
I'm going to escalate this battle to the next level shortly. And you don't
Oh,
know
no.
what that means.
Oh, it's... Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you. Go away with your 150 millimeters.
Hey, you're trying to stop the Soviets from advancing. You're right. Are you doing? Yeah.
Ja, Genosse. Was wollen Sie, Genosse?
Gardistentrupp bereit.
Sie haben Befehle?
Flag half tracks? That's another unit I rarely see.
Männer, macht euch bereit.
It was a desperate try. Leave me alone.
I can tell.
I thought it would deceive you.
Was können wir tun?
You know what's sad on Panzerjägers? They don't have the Flammhetzers. No! Yes!
Why would you have Flammhetzer?
Angegriffen!
Because I have Hetzers already.
Did you forget?
Oh.
I have flamethrowers.
Machen Sie es schnell.
No! Let me reach your base!
Oh yes, Ridge is coming into battle.
What? You mean potato?
No, I mean the fridge.
Oh, fuck the fridge. Okay, okay, I know how to push back the fridge.
It's just the
I actually
flag
know.
half track now.
Oh, guys!
Lemao,
I heard it. I fucking heard the shot.
How many
I
flag
just
half
heard the
tracks?
poo.
Bereit zum Ausführen.
Lucky half trug.
Infanterie neutralisieren.
Now we hold the rush. Moving. Oh, is that a... See what I...
Deutsches Halbkettenfahrzeug zerstört! Ja, Genosse.
That's hero system.
Oh no, no, he's got a great array. Retreat, retreat! Ah!
Bruh, kinda
Quick.
sad that I don't see this live, because I would love to know what's going on.
KV2 versus Rakuten Werfer, I'll let you guess.
Bruh, KV2 isn't even on the field for me yet. This is like the gayest commentary right now.
Unsere Tapferkeit belohnt.
Ja, Genosse.
No, it's waiting for me, of course!
Uns im Visier.
Neue Panzerabwehrkanone eingetroffen.
Getroffen.
Weiter der Schieße.
Oof, that 150 shot though, just insta deleted
Not
the
one less
army.
KV2!
Not my fridge!
Yes, I killed the fridge. Good job, my man. No, I don't have grenade. Leave me alone. Why? Why is that? It's so retarded. Look, look.
I have no idea how I can shoot for that. Also, there's something hidden over here. Oh, there you are.
Oh, this, right. Should have asked him to fire.
Gardisten melden Eroberung abgeschlossen.
Kampfeinheit bereit.
I might have. Oh, I might be base locked. Oh,
Ein neuer T-34
I will
steht hier
accept this
bereit.
defeat. Acceptable.
Sie haben uns im Visier.
Emmy, do you mean Lemao? Let's take one down.
Verteidigung der
Um,
Rabbiner haben wir noch ein Fahrzeug
What time
verloren.
it is?
Stehen unter Beschuss.
20. Well,
No sign of tomato yet?
no. So, I guess it's just very bruh. Why? Why?
So who's the next one?
Next one is at 21. It's actually a good match, I think. It's Enigma versus Reapers. Oh, it's Smokey again. Yes! Smokey plays pretty well. Oh. Even my cat is agreeing. Oh god.
That felt good to be Soviets.
Yes! Felt good to be Soviet stomped again. I don't care, destroy KB2. because the Panzerjäger are actually very based. I love them.
Yeah, they are really good. And you didn't even bet them up.
People think underestimate the SU-76. It's actually a pretty useful weapon for that. That's why I was able to do that big push on the little forward base with 2 TP4s in the SU-76, because I ordered the SU-76 to target your base buildings with high explosives while the T-54s get you distracted. So that is a way to do it. Anyway, so I suppose I'll leave the lobby and get ready for, hopefully, a tournament game.
I mean, the second one, I'm sure it will happen. Actually,
Yeah, I think
yes,
people
are here. They
people
can't
are
not be here. Else, I'm gonna get real angry.
tournaments
No, I can
cancelled
imagine.
to the stupid.
Yes.
Super stupid. Yes.
Smokey's here, so that should be okay.
That's already a good first step. Alright, so we had this warm-up game. But it was more of a
Bagels
warm-up
here
for stream.
Disgusting. Well, I guess one of the contenders again not showing up.
Who's it this
That's
time?
annoying.
Yes, that's very annoying actually, because I tried to take everyone's disponibilities to be sure that everyone would be here. But even though he said yesterday he would be here, like right now he's not.
I would like to mention to the people who were watching the stream, like, the reason why I was probably doing so well is because I focused on munitions rather than fuel.
I mean,
Munitions are always more important.
the people didn't really get to watch much because we had streaming troubles. Like, they basically only saw the end, and I generally wouldn't recommend watching the beginning of the stream because it's pretty cancerous to hear you guys talk live, but then have the gameplay be delayed by 5 minutes.
Yeah, I can imagine. So in the future, let's have no delay, please.
The basic idea is just to not be in voice chat with the people playing.
Obviously.
And that's also how we cast it yesterday. And then it doesn't matter if they have delay on or not, because we obviously see how the game is going.
Yeah, obviously. But people will see this match from my point of view in about 2 days' time, I think, according to my schedule. So,
Oh.
Robertus, you'll see how I wreck your ass.
Yes, thank you. Hey, has my last game been casted?
I have no idea. Might have.
It was a Angemunde, I think.
That's tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, it was with Hunter, Bugs Bunny, me, Professor Eugen, and Kenki.
Yeah, that
It
sounds
lasted.
right.
Is it
Yeah.
is it
With
that
a
game?
Tiger and Jagdpanzers.
Yes, that's it.
Oof.
Me losing my Yak Tiger, building another one.
I guess Angermunde is a Festung or so. Germans throwing everything in there. You would not throw that many Jagdtigers in one place. You would not. That's a waste of resources.
Goose, the delay isn't because of stream snipe. Don't worry about that. But yes, I'm gonna increase Mthis' volume a bit because he's a bit too quiet now.
Okay, someone is asking if they can switch around, and I see Robertus is already responding.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah, I guess.
gonna get a
Bro,
game
that's
up.
infuriating. Really infuriating, though.
Understandable.
Okay, so what teams would these be this time?
Wait, wait, wait. Hi.
Let's-
Oh, Bagel DMs me. I
oh.
will be playing with Dude of War. O F. O
All right.
O
So hype,
F.
hype, my boys.
Yes, I just is smoking game actually?
Let me check.
Yes, he is. You up for your game? Alright. Do. Alright. Karma finishes up his game.
Good. And then hopefully it will show up on the spectator list.
And the match will begin.
And we can actually create an observer party, I think.
Yep. Well, if that's actually like synchro, that would be nice.
I think so.
That would be a good idea, to be fair. How do you create an
Yeah, I'm
observer
gonna-
party? Oh,
On spectator, I've already
Yes.
made one. I'm gonna invite Robertus, and Robertus can invite you.
Yes.
Just find one of it, yeah. Because my friends list is still a little bit too big. I need to trim it.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay, invite you to the observer party.
Imagining being purged from Mthis' friend list would
Okay,
be
and,
sad.
Then do you have the ability to invite Captain Airstrike?
Yes, I think so. Oh wait, what?
I should
can't-
be
I can't
online.
click on invite, bro.
Okay,
Yes.
so I have to find. So I have to get a direct friendship with Captain Airstrike. Okay.
Yes, we can do that. Just a second.
Because I think that will mean whenever I pick a game, we all go and watch the game at the same time. I think that's what it does.
All right. Friends.
You can just give me a friend code and I will add you.
I'll just directly add you on Steam.
Oh, yeah, that works too. That works too.
Yeah. Shouldn't be like Roberto's has its friends public, so I can just do that.
Now I need to find you on the list here. There you are. Thanks for you having a C, so you show up a lot faster. There we go. Now we're in an observer party.
Yes.
So when the game shows up on the spectator list, when I click it to observe, it should make us all join it at the same time.
That would be splendid.
Just tell me when they posted and everything, and hopefully it'll show up.
Original time is what for Beagle's
Wait.
game?
Okay, so for Beagle wants to have original time.
Oh god. Guy just bring an ultimatum. Be right back.
I mean, it's kind of infuriating that the first match didn't.
Yeah, it's a bit infuriated about Tomato not showing up.
Yeah, that's the second time it happened.
Second time, really?
Yeah, we also had to reschedule, well, like switch around yesterday's game.
Yeah, I
Because
heard.
well, that one's pretty understandable too. Like we have pretty big time zone issues, and so it's kind of hard to make it work.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Can I change my language? Game? Not. Okay. We previously had a little bit of talk that Mthis is too quiet. Is it better now? I turned up the volume a bit.
Hopefully it's better.
On OBS it looks fine. It looks like I'm a little bit louder than you. I'll just turn my own volume down a bit. We're just bordering on Max. Yes. Now we should be pretty equal, and then I maybe have to turn down Roberto's volume a bit when he comes back, and then people can just set it up like that. Let's just spectate some random Spearhead game.
Well, let's see if I can find another Spearhead game. I don't think there is. There's mostly all units added, or whatever it's called.
There's a Spearhead in the with the old version.
Yeah, with the old version, I see. Why are people still playing the old version?
I don't know. Maybe they don't agree with some fixes that have been made. Like if I was an airborne main, I would probably still play
Oh,
the
I
old
see.
version.
I see. Eagle is making a com stump.
Maybe trying to warm up a bit, practice a strategy or some micro.
Could be. Well, it's good to know that the Spearhead games do show up there, so that's at least something.
Yeah, I think now they finally fixed it. There's also someone who was in the Discord and got the mod and has like a really old mod as a setting now. Alright, so Roberto's left to get dinner. And now the stream has a pretty quiet period. Like, if you're watching and you want to do something, now's the time because we still have to wait for the 9 p.m. game. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate that we have to delay a bit because Tomato did not show up. If not for that, we would have already had one game here. And unfortunately, that's just how things happen nowadays. Sometimes you never really control when people cannot really show up, so that's just something we'll have to live with.
I mean, right now is still the phase 2 where it's not doesn't have any negative consequences if you don't show up. But later on in like the actual after the qualifying matches of the tournament, when the players are split into casual and pro league, if you don't show up, it will be counted as an automatic forfeit according to ELO rules. And then
Yeah, I
you
can
really
imagine.
want to be on time.
I can imagine.
Also, I don't know if you are aware with this. We're following the ELO rule set. We can quickly go over that. There's
Yeah,
some
sure. Go for it.
there's some like pretty basic rules. But the first thing that's interesting to know is there's a ban system, so you're not gonna see meta docs all the time. Basically, like the game you just played against Roberto's probably wouldn't exist because it's pretty smart to ban shock. And the ban system works
Really?
like this. We do heads or tails to pick faction. The person that gets it right then gets to pick their faction, so they either go Axis or allies. And
Okay.
then they can choose the nations out of their faction, and the enemy team gets to ban 2 doctrines per nation, or per nation, yes.
Okay, so they can ban something they do not want to face entirely. That's good.
Yeah. So if you face like Wehrmacht and OKW, you get to ban 2 Wehrmacht doctrines and 2 OKW doctrines, and if you just face OKW, then you get to ban 2 OKW doctrines.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So that's the banning. After the second rule is no bug exploiting is allowed. That one's the interesting rule, which might actually come into game because we have a list of things that is considered an exploit.
Just gonna test if it loads us up to watch this one, because the Godly Noodle apparently has a game going that I think we can spy on while we're waiting.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see what happens. It's actually launching. That's nice. Let's hope we don't have to
Good,
wait for
so-
any confirmation on Roberto's side, because then we might actually be in trouble.
Yeah, then we can just quit and we can make our own observer party, so no worries.
It's actually a pretty interesting game versus Silver Wolf and
this will also
Rocco.
allow people that were watching the stream to have something to look at.
Indeed, I just need to turn off the wallpaper that they've been looking at, and they now see the pretty loading screen. They are.
Looks like we're going to have a Western Allies fight on Lafayette, so that's going to be a fascinating one.
Yeah, I think they follow the rules to have it casted by you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do because I like to have things in order that way because it just makes sense, and that might be because of my because you might not know, but I do list it on my channel that I actually do have autism, so I sometimes want things to make sense and be in the correct order and everything, but I know that's not always possible. But for what the stuff I cast, I kind of like it to be that way. But of course, in this tournament, if like let's say US and Soviet together, I will of course ignore that and just have it go on as obviously I don't want to interfere with that.
Yes, I think people will still just do combinations you allow. Like, you kind of kicked off something people enjoy. It's also...
Well, it just makes sense to have
Yeah.
Western allies and Soviets be separate because I've also noticed the Soviets are very versatile. The Soviets don't need to have the Western allies on their side at all.
Yes, I agree. In the tournament system, it's kind of iffy because if you ban motorized and shock, then the Soviets are somewhat gimped. Like, they only have artillery in RD Dock and Rifle Dock. Which, yes,
Yeah,
you can
also-
still make it work, but if you have then a full team of 3 Soviets, it gets kind of sad. And if you have a
Yeah,
team
I
of
can
4
imagine.
Soviets, then someone has to play artillery, and that's extra sad.
Oh, I can imagine. Although I would not say artillery is a bad commander, but anyway, so it looks like I finished loading, but I'm not seeing the game. So I assume this observer party is waiting for you
I'm
and
still
Roberto's to also
loading.
finish loading. Yeah, so that's probably why it's not started. So that's good to know. So observer party actually does keep us in sync.
That's really good because syncing up the replays when you're together is pretty difficult.
Oh yeah, that's why I think this observer party system is a very good addition. Also means we can just keep an eye on everything and not have to worry about the time dilations occurring. So very nice.
All right, yeah, like the streaming kind of kills my loading times, and that's just a mid-system rig. Also, do people hear my Discord notifications? Because I can just mute everything.
On my OBS or well, my Discord, it mutes itself on everything apart from the other voices or when I have OBS opened, so that helps.
Okay, that's actually nice. Someone probably would have complained already if they would have heard one ping.
I assume your loading is still going on, so it's probably taking a while.
Yeah, it just finished basically, or didn't finish. There's like just a little bit of belt left, and
Yeah,
then
that's
they have
generally
it.
what happens.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying because the streaming like kinda kills my performance. Oh well, not really, but like it kills my loading times.
That's just unfortunately how it is.
Okay, they do hear Discord notifications. I'm just gonna turn those off in that case.
I believe you can enable OBS to be in streamer mode. There we go, we're in.
Yes, exactly. Streamer mode, enable streamer mode.
Well, let's see how this will go. So just a test. Will you be able to see this if I type?
Let me just load in. Like, it takes a second to tap in and out of the game.
Okay, just say when you're in and I'll try and type again.
Yes. Okay, looks like I'm almost in. Yes, I definitely saw your chat message.
Okay, and what time are you at?
Oh well, I heard the chat notification. It's still adjusting. There's like when I load up a game, it takes a second. when I'm streaming. It's not when I'm recording, but when I'm streaming, and that, of course, kind of kills the vibe to watch.
Yeah, I can imagine. Looks like we have some Sturm Pioneers and Pioneers moving up quickly. I think one has already gone for... Oh, Osthuben. Oh, fascinating. So we have Wehrmacht Osthuben, Spice Breath. We have Rako as Jäger-Taktics for the Waffen-SS. And Silver Wolf has not picked anything. He's also playing at the Waffen-SS.
Alright,
We
let's
have
see.
we have
I'm
Pies the British. You are at what?
I'm loading in. Still will be kind of slow, but now it did it. Yes, okay. Alright, so we're not in sync, I think. Oh, we are. Are we?
Yeah, what time are you at in the game?
I'm at 30 seconds, but that's not true.
Yeah, okay, we're not synced then. I'm at 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 4. So try and get up to that.
Wait. It's right. If you pause it, I sync up till I reach your point. Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like going up to the point that I paused.
At least I think it is. Like, it says game is in pause mode, but it's still playing for me, probably because I haven't reached your mark yet. So
Okay, so try and skip time to full and see if it stops when it gets to my pause.
I can't skip time because you have the controls about it.
Ah, okay, that's a very cool feature, actually.
Yeah, that's really nice. Like, the next time we like cast a tournament game, we just pause in the beginning. And if you press play now I'm at 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And now the game's also
And
frozen.
Play?
Yes, now it's
Yeah,
going
okay.
on. That's nice.
Okay, good. That's a really cool feature.
That's
Nice to
something
know.
else. Yes. Alright, we have Yako facing guards
Es geht los.
Orphan. Then we have
Macht euch bereit.
Godly Noodle playing mech
Also das wäre geschafft.
facing Jäger Tactics. And
Einsatzbereit.
somehow Ostrupen also end up in the center position of the map.
It looks like we have Silver Wolf and, well, the Osthuben seem to just be supporting all across the front.
Why did Silver
looks like
Wolf
Silver.
retreat? That looks like a misclick. The squad of
very much could be.
Sturmgrens back at base.
Oh yeah, that very much could be. We have an Osthuben coming on the southern flank to try and support the Storm Pioneers, and the Pioneers hold up in this little entrenched position.
Yes, the Sturm
Looks like
Pioneers
there's a lot of British troops though.
on the fuel point are gonna get naded. They didn't enjoy that. And they're gonna get cut down.
And on the southern flank, it looks like the mechanized troops are really pushing up hard on the Wehrmacht and Storm Pioneers.
Oh yes, they're trying to close the pocket on this northern point.
It's good to see Volksgrenadiers being used, but it's not just purely Osthuben, even if it's just one. Because I believe Volksgrenadiers get access to the PPSH if you're playing as Ostdivision, which is a nice little addition.
Yeah, I really like that, and I think it makes the doctrine really
Oh,
good.
we also have a commander pick from Possum Pie. He's one from Royal Artillery as Hammer.
Yes, and he's already pumping out the Canadians.
Yep. We're gonna see a lot of Canadians die in the field today, perhaps.
There they are with their laughably cheap
But
marksman rifle.
Vertical in the
Eine neue Infanteriesektion ist kampfbereit.
Osthuben inside that barn, getting cut down.
Alright,
And by
so
looks like we have SS Panzer and SS Jäger on the southern flank holding the fuel now. Oh, and we have SS Jägers trying to flank around on these guard troops. It doesn't look like Orphan is going to be able to hold this flank for much longer.
oh yes, the Jäger are doing really well in the south. They like cleared the field and sent the British running. Now maybe if they fold up and hit the mechanized troops, then we're in for a wild ride. But instead they choose
yeah,
to
it looks like-
pursue.
It looks like the mechanized troops alongside the British troops are holding a lot of pressure on the northern fuel though, suppressing them. They might soon be able to push in. Yeah, I think the Germans have to abandon the fuel point.
Yeah, they can't hold that, and they have nothing to fall back to.
Yeah, and the Canadians are pushing up now on the Ostrup trying to hold it desperately. I don't think the Ostrup will be able to last for much longer, especially when the Canadians get close.
Yes, now it's just a decision on whether you go for a desperate last stand or try to run.
And it seems these Eastern Europeans are not gonna get home. Yeah, there they go. Meanwhile, looks like on the other flank that the we already had the Sturmgewehrs on the
For the
Jaegers.
Jaegers. That's the classic.
Yeah, and that's already going to be a big problem here for the guards under Orphan. I don't think he's going to be able to make headway against that.
He got a mortar though to bomb them out of their position right in front of his base, which is a good decision if you ask me.
That is indeed a very good decision, but it might be a little bit too late. We need to see if he can get something to push out through, because now the Jaegers might be attempting to encircle. Of course, we had the Sappers so far keeping him at bay.
They also chose a risky retreat path. Oh, he infiltrated them. Yes.
Yeah, outclass have been infiltrated, 600.
And he's trying to flank the Sappers. Yes, they're a really good squad. And you see now, since they're in cover, they get the first strike bonus, which gives them plus
from the ambush, I think.
Yeah, plus 25% accuracy. But any unit that has
That's gonna make them exceptionally lethal.
any unit that has this kind of cover bonus is really good in the current version of Spearhead, or well, in like every version of Spearhead so far, because
yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, like the way the camo works, the first strike bonus basically is active all fight.
Oh, but the Outclaw might not get out of there.
And he just upgraded them, but that's an expensive loss.
Yeah, that's a really costly loss. Looks like there's going to be a lot of British guards going to make a headway, but an MG34, I believe, has already been set up to try and defend the newly gained ground for the Germans.
Yes.
It looks like the Canadians are digging in heavily around the other fuel points. We have a lot of Eastern Europeans being forced to try and attack it at some point.
That's kind of risky, because Ostrupen don't have any submachine guns. Like, they're not meant for close-range pushes.
That is the unfortunate thing of being forced to fight for the Germans. You're not equipped for it.
But he actually got a 2-1, and if he upgrades it, he might actually be able to force the Canadians away, since they don't have any AT equipment.
Very true, but the Victus does have the Mark 1 armor piercing, but I don't think that will do much if he gets the Radpanzer, which he is already upgrading to get.
Yeah, he's getting both upgrades. He wants to use the autocannon to push them off.
Yeah, and the Radpanzer will help him against any armor piercing bullets and anti-tank grenades.
Meanwhile, it looks like Silverwolf is going to rush for a mechanized hauptquartier. But
I wonder if we'll see an early F1 or if we'll see half tracks. We rarely ever see half tracks being used as much.
He could get it right now, but he's busy. What is he doing? Yeah, he's thinking about setting it up just as I talk.
Oh, looks like we have a command Valentine and a mechanized, mechanized half track with a lieutenant for the British Guards. So I think the Brits have a little bit of a mechanized force here they can push with. Now I believe the Valentine has a real gun and not a dummy gun like the British command tanks often have. Oh, it looks like the 2-2 is pushing, but there was a Piet or an anti-tank rifle grenade that hurt him. Oh, and there it goes! Anti-tank rifle grenade did the job.
Yes, because while the Canadians don't have AP ammunition, the Royal Hamilton...
Yeah. And it seems the Royal Hamilton are armed with Lewis guns.
They are gonna hold the line, while the Canadians get to rest.
It's a fascinating choice to see the Lewis gun, despite it being such an old gun. It's still a very valuable machine gun, because just because the weapon is old, does not mean it's bad.
I mean, statistically, it looks really good compared to the Bren. If you check the stats.
The Bren is very accurate.
Yeah, but if you check the stats, it has better rate of fire and a larger magazine capacity. And that's like the thing you want in a machine gun.
But the Bren can also be fired on the move.
Yeah, that's something that isn't shown, and that's something that takes like a lot of game knowledge to figure out. And
Very
I don't
true.
know if they know that. And since he seems to play it extremely static, I don't know if he cares about being able to fire on the move.
True, he is playing Royal Artillery, and Royal Artillery is probably one of the best static commanders for the British. Up there with Royal Guard if you're picking Anvil, I believe.
Okay, I really hope the allied team isn't watching, because it seems like the Axis set up a lot of fuel caches and only a single muni cache. So they're probably gonna rush for vehicles, and if you check their income, they already got a pretty good muni income.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna be something the Allied team has to worry about. Well, it looks like this Guards Armor Lieutenant has been armed with an SMLE. So he's gonna be able to kick at the front line for a
Yes,
bit.
he's gonna snipe. I guess we missed the fire for effect going down. That probably pushed
Yeah,
the
it looks
Germans
like it.
off. But I don't
Oh,
see
we also
any
have the
more
Americans.
impact.
The Americans have set up a forward base inside the town in the center here.
Ah, that's a bold
They'll
move.
be-
They also
they're
brought
going
up
to call
a...
him either-
Yeah, they also brought up a truck and an AT gun, which is a smart choice if
Yeah.
you're facing the Panzer Division.
Oh yeah, 57mm, that'll do. Now, as mechanized, you actually get access to the Free French, which we rarely ever see used, unfortunately, and the Knife Infantry, which we also rarely ever see used. There's a lot of battle groups we never really get to see.
Yes, that's true. I don't think we will see much of US mech in the tournament, though. A pretty good doctrine, and it's like a no-brainer to ban. We also see the sniper used by the Ost Division, and
Oh
he's
yeah, we actually have a Wehrmacht sniper.
out here, and he's looking to hunt some Canadians, I guess.
Verbessert. Mittlere
Armed
Panzer
with the
und
Scope
Raketenartillerie sind
K98K.
jetzt verfügbar.
Generally a really good sniper, but I believe he requires a lot of support to be effective.
Ich bin ein ausgezeichneter Schütze.
Also, the terrain seems to be blocking a lot of his line of
Yes, he
sight.
can't basically see anything. Like, he can see past the corpse of the 222, and then just in front of the sandbags the Canadians are hiding in.
Oh yeah, he's taking aim at something, but he missed.
And
It's gonna be
now
very
the
hard to hit a
Canadians are
target in heavy
worried.
cover.
Wo sollen wir
Because
hin?
heavy cover will reduce your chance to be hit by a sniper, so just stay in cover if you're under fire, which
Indeed.
makes a lot of sense. But the sniper's going for the bush to try and camouflage, I believe, or at least trying to be in the flank. Problem is, he's gonna run into that Vickers, and the Vickers can cut him down in seconds.
And he's gone.
But he got out
He
of it.
just made it out. That's lucky.
That's really lucky indeed.
Meanwhile, the Puma is just waiting.
Looks like we have a command Cromwell coming in. This one, I'm pretty sure, has a dummy gun. So
Yeah.
the gun on the Cromwell there is not real.
I think he's playing Guards Armored, right? So they
I
all
believe
have
so,
dummy
yes.
guns. Okay, I just a bit. Yes, then they all have dummy guns.
Looks like the Canadians have really dug in. That Puma's not going to be able to do much, I think. Actually, the Puma has to do a good job if you could just get rid of the machine gun.
If he gets the Wickers, we maybe have something.
He only killed one of the crewmen, not the gun itself.
Yeah, the HE shot didn't do much, but he immediately upgraded to heat, so he has a second try.
Fire for effect going down on the Ostgruppen position. Royal Hamilton is rushing up to fire a Knights of Tank Rifle Grenade.
That's smart.
Did not penetrate. The front of the Puma might be too thick.
It's a bit too sloped, yeah.
Yeah, it's not getting through. Very good use of the Puma right there.
But now the Zephyr's got an AT rifle, so he should probably leave, because he can't fight that.
Yeah, he just got immobilized. It's shot one of the tracks. A wheels rather.
Oh, but he also took out 2 models. It's still something that's winnable.
Yeah, the front of the Puma should be armored enough to sustain the anti-tank rifle shots for the most part. The Puma
Yeah.
is not likely armored.
It's a really, really interesting light vehicle. But if he keeps getting fired at by the AT rifle, he's just gonna get critted more
there
and
we go.
more.
Yeah, the gunman will just get destroyed.
Yes.
Now it's just sitting ducks. And there's a Valentine coming to finish the job.
And it's an actual Valentine with a gun. Meanwhile, the command tanks are making their way towards Silverwolf's medical HQ.
Yeah, there is a Pack 40 though to cover the center.
But I think the bushes block a lot of line of sight.
Yeah, no, they definitely do.
Oh, but he's experiencing a bug.
Erwarten Befehle.
Or a misclick. He called down a howitzer barrage on himself.
Oh, that's bad.
Very interesting. There's also the SS Fallschirmjäger Division Fallschirmjägers present. And they've already been equipped with scoped STGs.
Ah, and the FT-42. Very well quick.
And now he's just
Looks like
waiting.
I have, it looks like it was a recon run.
Wir können durch Abhören von Funk feindliche Fahrzeuge orten.
How's the British Smaller been faring? It's not gotten a single kill yet, so it's dubious how much effectiveness it's gotten. Looks like the American position in the town might be bombed though, they might have to abandon it.
Oh, a Stuka will actually put them in a world of hurt. Oh no, it's not a Stuka, it's fire for effect. But the British actually got a Sexton.
Oh, a Sexton in the field. Ah, there it is. We also have a Sherman coming up for the Americans.
Empfangen Sie
A2.
laut und deutlich.
Basic workhorse of the US Army. Very reliable.
Infanterie getötet.
But the Valentine is also giving the Osttroopen a hard time.
Yeah, poor Ostruppen are not equipped to deal with this.
Yeah, and they lost their armored support.
Yeah, it looks like Spice Breath is mostly relying on Ostruppen and a few select units. He's not gotten a lot of stuff yet. He might be aiming for something late game because he's taking up for the final tier already.
Both him and Silverwolf are floating a lot. Silverwolf also just setting up his final HQ, and he's setting it up in base, which is a pretty big mistake if you ask me, because it gives
He
a
might
nice
be
buff.
True, but he might be playing it safe, but he could have placed it somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah, like, might as well place it next to the mech HQ so the units
So the
can faster.
Jägers have become more command tank. But I think
And
the
the-
command tank might get out of that thanks to the A2.
Yes, the Panzerjägers are pinned, and they retreat.
Yeah, very good to see. We have a new
The-
outflank on the front line.
The Saxon is pounding the front line. Meanwhile, the Aufklärers keep sniping, and they almost got a squad.
Waffe meldet, dass Fallschirmjäger jetzt einsatzbereit sind.
It looks like the German position is getting very pounded here. Look at all the sandbags. They're really dogging in on the riverside here.
Yes, they made basically a World War I style trench system, but the flank of this trench system is getting destroyed.
Yeah, the Allies are just pushing up across most of the front right now.
Motor im Leerlauf.
The Saxon already got to Red 1 with just 7 kills.
Sind bereit für den Einsatz.
Yes, and the Canadians basically pushed the Osttroopen off the map. I don't see what he's going for. Like, is he gonna rush the elephant? But he hasn't.
He's going for a Panzer 4H.
Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs like at least 2, to be completely honest. Like, he could get another one and then get Osttroopen. I
You
would.
probably also have the 25th Panzer Grenadiers to support it. That's actually a really underrated unit, but
Yes.
he's getting 2 Grenadiers instead.
That's a great squad. The 25th Panzer Grenadiers. They do really,
It
really
looks like
well.
he's going for but he's going for Grenadiers instead by looks of it.
He maybe wants to use the AT rifles on them.
The
To-
PTRD? Probably.
But yeah, I agree with you. I'd rather go for the Grenadiers. Meanwhile, Silverwolf's also floating a lot of manpower while having a very little in terms of infantry, and he could get great infantry.
Yeah, he only has 2 Storm Grenadiers at the moment.
Yeah, like
There's
if
not a
you
lot of frontline infantry.
yeah, I think he needs to get some Panzer Grenadiers. They do really well when upgraded.
But he have equipped them really well because they have the LMG-42 and the Scope Gewehr 43. So that's
Yes.
a very potent combination.
But they can't do anything against the Valentine, which sends him running.
The white phosphorus is a very dangerous one.
Unser Hauptquartier wurde wieder verbessert.
But we have the
Zeit,
first
unsere
Panzer IV
schweren
H in the
Panzer
field.
loszuschicken.
Problem is, the Valentine actually does have a pretty decent gun for its size. So if used correctly, it could probably actually threaten the Panzer IV H.
Yeah, I don't think it's a matchup the Panzer IV necessarily has to win. He can definitely misplay that and lose it. Oh, we
Fire
also
for
have
effect
fire
going
for
into the
effect. Yes, on the dug-in positions of the Jaeger. They need to get out of there, but they aren't running.
Full retreat by the looks of it. Panzer IV H is pushed up. Oh, did not penetrate the Valentine.
But the Valentine
I think
also
the second
bounced.
shot will- Missed.
Wir
Oh,
erleiden Verluste.
And the Canadians are cutting down supporting infantry. That's Pioneers and Grenadiers gone. And now the sniper is running up. I don't know what he's doing.
me neither, but the Panzer IV is not doing too well here. It's not really hurting the Valentines.
And now they're rushing up. I don't think he can make it out of there. Should probably just
And now it's-
pop
now it's
smoke and
close.
sleep.
Ah, there goes the gun.
And the sniper.
Einen Trupp verloren.
It looks like,
That's the power
yeah,
of the Valentine tank.
that's it for the Ost division. But the Sherman in the center goes down.
Major meldet sich zum Einsatz.
The Ost division has basically nothing.
Yeah, it looks like the Eastern Europeans that's been pulled in to fight the Germans, and a few German reserve troops are not going to be able to support the Waffen-SS for much longer.
And now there's a Cromwell running rampant on the flank of the SS Jaegers.
And it's a Mark V, so that's going to be even more dangerous.
Panzerkampfwagen 4 einsatzbereit.
Sexton is still doing a lot of
Yeah,
hurts.
it's pounding the
Doing
forward
fire.
HQ. The 2nd Division Dragoons are doing their best to suppress the SS in the center, but they just got hit by a painful HE shot. Oh,
Yeah, it
but
looks
the
like-
officer's moving up.
Yeah, there's just not a lot here for the Germans to hold at the front line currently.
Indeed, they are having a hard time.
We are seeing a Panzer IV-J though for the Jaegers, but I'm not sure Panzer IV-J will stand up to a Mark V Cromwell.
I highly doubt it, to be
Oh, we
honest
also have
with
the
you.
King's Own Yorkshire on the field.
Oh,
King's Own Yorkshire have just snatched an LMG-42.
that's a dangerous combination. And he's also getting then a Lewis gun.
So very good static unit then.
But a combination of officers and
Im Leerlauf und bereit.
SS Panzer Division Grenadiers is cutting down the British infantry. And now the tanks are left somewhat unsupported. But the Valentine still bounces Panzer IV shots.
The Valentine is pretty well armored for being basically a light tank at this time of the war.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, now the Cromwell, but there's a Pack 40 supporting the Panzer IV. So I think the Cromwell might be in trouble if it stays there, but it seems like the hill is absorbing most of the shots. Meanwhile, they have another push prepared by the Ost Division. Stup G coming up behind Panzer IV. But there's just a lack of infantry to support it.
Oh, the Americans are storming the center point. They're
They got
playing
both
really
down by the
well.
looks of it.
But they play the long range game. They have 3 MG squads as a base of fire. I don't think the SS wants to stay here. Meanwhile, the Ost Division is sending an armored battle group.
Ah, but we're starting to see EC8s roll onto the field.
Yes, and
I think
the
that'll be...
SS is still missing the upgrades for Panthers. I don't know what he's doing. I know that he's saving for the Command Panther. But I think he kinda misplayed that one.
Yeah, and the EC8 should not be underestimated. It's probably the best American tank.
Yes, it definitely is.
Panzer bereit für
Oh,
den
but it
Einsatz.
became immobilized. The EC8 is stuck in the center. Double pack might be able to kill it.
Oh, but he's smoking, so he maybe get to block the vision. And now the rear echelon is coming up to repair.
Now artillery is being pulled in by the captain. Looks like it's 75mm.
Oh, but the Pack gun managed to get a devastating shot.
Yeah, killed both the mechanized infantry. So that's
And
a
the
perfect one.
EZ8 managed to decrew a Pack gun. If I was the American player, I would maybe move up the second EZ8 to just overwhelm the single surviving pack gun.
Oh yeah.
Auf dem Schlachtfeld steht eine neue Einheit bereit.
Meanwhile, the British are calling down fire for effect
Bereit zum Aufbruch.
to block the
Looks like we
Ost
have a
division.
Stuka, I think. That's not a Stuka, that's an airstrike.
Yes.
Eines der vorderen Gebäude
That
wird
EC8 is gone,
angegriffen.
but there's still a second one in the rear.
Yeah, the... Oh, and they called artillery on the forward HQ of the SS.
Oh, that's gonna be hurtful. And it looks like it's white phosphorus.
Yeah,
and
it's
airburst.
Willipede.
Willipede
That's a
and
painful
airburst, that's
combination.
dangerous. Oh yeah. Looks like the Allies are not playing nice today. There's some big folks have ordered this place to be crossed soon.
Oh, the Panzer IV on the Jäger side's probably gonna go down. It's immobilized and already been penetrated once.
Yeah, it's in a very vulnerable position. There's also a Firefly coming up.
Oh, that's of course a very potent combo if you get the Cromwell to take the shots and the Firefly actually to do the damage.
Oh. And yeah, that's a 17-pounder shot straight to the hole.
However, it looks like the SS in the center can recuperate, and they actually seem to have made it back. Made
Yeah,
it
looks
back
like
into
the
their positions.
The defensive position has somewhat helping thanks to their pack front.
He also seemed to have taken my words to heart and got another infantry squad. Oh, and he got the
But we
Command Panther. And he
Oh,
immediately
there we go,
upgraded
that's
it for
about time.
Veterancy too. That's smart play. And it looks like it's gonna push to the south.
And they do need to get the fuel, and the Ost side is somewhat lost at the moment. The Canadians have kinda made that impossible to move up on at the moment.
It also looks like the Ost division is kinda lost right now. They still have a lot of resources but aren't spending them. You can't do much with just 2 squads and a Pioneer squad. That's just
Yeah, I put
not gonna
I
work
think we
out.
should have invested in the 25th.
Yes.
We need to invest in the 25th to get playing as Host, I think. Because the 25th are very
Yeah,
versatile.
yeah,
can
they
be-
they are good on open maps, while the like Storm Division Grenadiers, they are really good on close range maps.
looks like we have Sickleback coming in from the British. So Sickleback artillery pieces are gonna land all around the field if the Germans enter Allied territory.
And the Ost Division is in Allied territory.
Yeah, so they're gonna be hit by Sickleback rockets if they don't move back.
They seem to be running. The Jäger Division is also in Allied territory, so they might also be in trouble.
Yeah, the Sickleback
There
rockets
it's
starting to land.
there it's going, yes.
So I do not think the Germans can hold this line for much longer. But the Command Panther will definitely be something the Allies will have to take care of. Because the Command Panther is a very important weapon, but the Mechanizer just pulled in probably one of the best pieces to deal with it. They have pulled in a Calliope.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And it's already at the front lines. Now the question is whether he will destroy the medical or not. Oh, but the pump is already throwing.
Oh yeah, the Firefly got it!
That's a painful loss for Silver Wolf.
Oh yeah, the Germans are in big trouble. The Firefly is firing. 114mm rockets landing. That's aiming though. It's aiming at the front line. Fortunately for the Germans, there's not much at the front line at the moment.
He's aiming for the medical HQ.
It looks like he almost got it.
Is there gonna be one more volley? No.
Looks like the Post Division did try and push again. But it looks like it's failing.
I think it's gonna get shut down by the up-armored Cromwell. Oh yes, and there's more Willipede coming in, landing directly on the pack gun and burning up its crew.
Oh yeah.
There's also more EZ8s coming in. The Germans are really desperately holding on.
Yeah, it feels like the real war.
Infanteriegruppe verloren.
Yes, they are only missing the old men and young children.
Yeah, where's the Volkster, man? Oh, we have an actual Panther coming out for Jaeger.
That's also a really powerful
Very
tank.
good tank. Yep, but it's not been loaded with the infrared optics. That's probably just because they are lacking ammunition currently.
Which is an odd move to get the machine gun. I'd rather wait because he could afford the infrared optics, and if you check the tooltip it gives him plus 25% weapon accuracy, and
Yeah,
that's a really accurate gun.
But he got rid of the crumble already in one shot. What is that Firefly? That's actually in a really good Overwatch position despite being
Firefly
stuck there.
bereit zur Panzerjagd.
Oh, but the Pack 40 shot is all it takes.
Raus!
It looks like the guard's armored
Feind hat
division
einen unserer Sherman Fireflies zerstört.
and its flank in general is completely open. If the Germans knew that, they could just drive right up to the Calliope.
The Panther is definitely being a little bit brave here, skimming the Allied front line. Oh, it's time to go for the ECHs.
If it
That's
spots the
dangerous.
Calliope, might be in trouble.
Oh, the ECHs in a vulnerable position. Oh, he's
Oh
going
yes,
for the Calliope.
there.
The Calliope's not moving.
It's already penned once, but now the ECAs are shooting at him.
He smokes. Good timing. ECH and A3 is present.
The EZ8s, however, are fighting against 3 packs as well, and one goes down.
Hello, boys.
Hello, my boy,
Don't
back
roll
from Le Dinner.
Yes.
So, any updates on the games?
Yes, it will actually happen.
That's
Oh, very good.
great
Like
to hear.
in 4 minutes.
Good in 4 minutes, so we can end this little observer party then.
Yes.
Started. Just to test how it works.
All right.
So far, it seems to work very well.
I assume you just
But-
quit the game.
Yep.
Okay, because something really weird happened for me.
We were just testing another Spearhead match we saw previously to see how the observer party worked, and it seems like it syncs us up. So
Yeah,
That's
it's
a-
it's really smart. You can't just go ahead of the person leading the commentary, so we were pretty well synced up. Like I think Mthis
Yep.
was ahead maybe 1 second, and I don't know how that happened because I can't adjust my time to it. But I think a 1 second delay between people is pretty fine actually. We just
looks
have
like I need to create a new observer party. I'll just do that. And I need to invite Roberto's and you. So that would be Captain Airstrike.
just give me a second because also it takes a really long time to exit the games.
And Roberto's, because I assume you'll be casting with us again.
Yes.
Good. But while I get that sorted, I'll just go to the bathroom quick.
Authorized. Oh, bro.
What's happening,
Was
Robertos?
was Bagel in said game that you were casting?
No. He wasn't. It was Silver Wolf, Pi, and I don't actually know who else also was in the game, but like those are the 2 names I can recall right now. Also, sorry for the people watching the loading screen right now. I know it takes ages.
Oh, oh, perfect.
Bless you.
No, but
Yeah.
bruh, I'm asking if Bagel is in game. He tells me yes. I ask him if he's finished. He's like, I'm in the lobby. I mean, waiting. Like, you're not in game. You in the lobby.
And I'm back.
That's great. I also finished loading.
Good. And did you
Mhm.
get the invites for the observer party?
Just a second. Looks like I haven't finished loading.
Okay. Let me grant you the roles for. Alright, So they're in lobby. So Bagel will be team 2. Where are the others? Smokey. Oh no, wait, he's already team lobby 2. That's perfect.
Probably still from
Bagel.
yesterday's game.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to get them out. So Eugen can join any moment. Not good. Professor also not good. So you can you join BC? So we organize. Lobbies are open. I will move you right away.
Okay, this is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, they're already just gonna. Ooh, please connect.
Good, and I'm gonna invite you all to the observer party so we can join together and watch.
Did they already
Is
do?
game open? Yes.
They already do faction picks and bans.
What we see? What we see? Fucking Spearhead. Join VC 1 or 2. I think it's 1. Yes. Hello, Bagel.
Oh, no bagel.
Does the
Oh,
Bagel
guys.
talk? Oh, yes, he talks.
What's
How
up?
are
What's
you?
up, guys? I'm all right, man.
All right, perfect. Can you ask Smokey and Karma to join?
Yeah, 1 second. I want to get
Alright, so my code 2 is straight up not vibing.
Oh no, not again.
Oh yes.
What's not happening?
My Company of Heroes 2 is not vibing the current situation.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks.
Oh no. He got surprised by the vibing. Gotta do an actual effort to say the sound V. Alright. Yep. Karma's lobby 2 permissions. So, Bagel, your friend is onto Discord or no?
Yeah, he's in general right now. Can you move him from general 2 to 4?
2 to 4. Okay. And
Oh.
hello.
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 All right. Team lobby 1, so you can join your lobby afterwards. And we're
I
just.
told Karma and Smokey, but I don't know. I'm waiting for them.
Oh, Karma's here. All right. Hello, Karma.
Hello.
So
One
Karma,
last to go.
He's joining soon.
This should be very entertaining. At least we've had a little bit of practice just before, so we should know how to talk to you about what you guys do and all the chaos that will ensue.
Let's hope so.
let's hope my code 2 didn't actually black screen. Because it seems
Let's hope
like
not.
it maybe did.
You might want to restart your game then if it does that.
Yeah. I might actually have to restart my PC, but if you get the banning out of the way, then
There's
Okay.
Smokey.
Lobby too.
Here.
Hey,
Unmuted. Hello, Smokey.
How's it going?
All right. I'm good. I'm
Smokey,
good.
why'd you get muted?
That is a rule
Uh,
for him coming back, actually, but I'm demuting him because he's very polite. I like it.
He's only polite when he's not drunk. When he's drunk, he's not.
so just don't get on the server drunk and everything's fine.
Yes, actually.
Mostly.
Yes. Okay, so um Since Smokey won the last game, Bagel, I will let you choose heads or tails.
Oh, really? I get to choose? Heads.
Yes. Heads. All right. So I'll flip a coin in your DMs.
Flip the coin in my DMs.
Yes. So it's heads.
Oh,
So,
I did it.
You can choose. Do you want to be Axis or
Yes!
allies?
I did it. I did it. Man, I'm fucking good at this. I'll take Axis.
All right, you'll take Axis. Which faction will you take, Hjol?
Karma, do you want to play Russians or the Americans?
Let's play Americans.
Okay.
Right, so 2 USF.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Bagel and Dudo 4?
I'll be going SS.
Probably
All
2
right.
SS.
Double SS, double American?
Yeah.
All right. So, Smoky Karma, you can ban 2 doctrines for the Waffen SS.
I'll ban Mech.
I'll ban Sturm.
All right, Mech and Storm. Bagel Dudo 4, you can ban 2 doctrine for USF.
Yes, I'll ban Paratrooper.
All right, Airborne.
And I'll get rid of their tank company.
Okay, no airborne, no armor.
All right, so I'm sorry to say that for dear Axis players, but the next map in list is Dusseldorf.
Hooray!
So it's gonna be a bit advantageous for the allies on this one. So
Enjoy the urban carnage.
you can pick Düsseldorf and you can go on with this game.
Just a second, please don't launch it yet. My code 2 is still black screening and I need to restart my PC. But set up this lobby and stream will be back on in like 5 to 10 minutes. That's okay with you all.
That's big. All right.
Yeah,
We're in the lobby.
It's really
Yeah,
annoying.
we just need Dude of War to join the lobby and we're ready to go.
Okay.
Going in right now.
Cool.
Like I said, just wait a second, please.